Hey, you there. Thank you for watching, and welcome to Forge Lines Forever. Today I have a 6v6 custom match here on the most amazing Roxas map generator. Let's go ahead and introduce our teams and our players. But before I go ahead and do that, I do want to shout out the person who submitted me this replay. It is Wednesday, of course, at least in terms of when this video is released, which means it's Viewer Wednesday. So their name is down in the comments. Thank you so much. Not comments, for the description. That's not down there, right? Thank you so much for submitting me the replay. Again, if you have a replay that you want me to take a look at and possibly cast on the channel, submit it to me at strategiclaunchreplays@gmail.com. Email is down in the comments. Again, the comments description. It's a lot easier to copy paste that way. So again, team 1 on the western side, and then we're going to end with team 2 on the eastern side for introductions. To the north, we have in Pac-Man Yellow, it is MSG. He's playing as an Aeon. He is a 1600. To his southwest, we have in going the dark green, it is Momo Uchiha. He is a Seraphim. He is a 1300. To his south, we have in orange, the color orange, it is Naturally Asprid. There's a T in there, so I'll probably just say naturally for short. He is a Cybran. He is a 1300. To his south in Light Oak Tan, it is Broken Bicycle. That does not sound fun. He is an Aeon. He is a 1500. In Chevy Crimson to his southeast, it is Biggie Big. It sounded like, looks like Biggle with the name there, but reading it off the scoreboard, it's Biggie Big. He is a Cybran. He is a 1300. Probably going to call him as Biggie for short. And to the southwest, we have in Royal Blue, it is Chep. He's playing as an Aeon. He is a 1700. He's the highest rated player on team 1. So for team 1 side of the map, they have 3 Aeon, 2 Cybran, 1 Seraphim. No UEF tech for team 1. Starting up with team 2, let's go southern side this time in a Batman Gray. We have Seal Force. He's playing as a Cybran. He is a 1600. To his northeast in Rust, it is Jim Jack J. He is a Cybran. He is a 1000 rated player. Reminds me of the John Jingleheimer Schmidt song. Probably going to call him Jim for short, maybe. To his north, we have in Ruby Red, it is Supreme AJ. He is a 1300 as the first UEF to be introduced. To his northeast in Stitch Blue, it is Weed Whacker 1. He is a Cybran. He is a 1000 rated. To his northwest in Tropical Ocean Blue, actually in one of the ponds in the game. He has his feet in the water cooling off. It is Forcotia. He is a UEF. He is a 2000 rated player, the highest rated player on team 2 and in the game. Overall, the second player closest to him is Chap at 1700 rating. And to the northeast, we have in Regal Purple, it is Dead Six. He's playing as a Cybran. He is a 1400. So for team 2 side of the map, they have 4 Cybrans, 2 UEF, no Aeon, and no Seraphim tech for team 2 or East team. Team 1 or West team does not have UEF tech. And for these 12 players on the map, let's take a look at the reclaim situation. Currently sitting at 10,000 mass. Makes that math in my brain a little bit more annoying to deal with. Be easier if it was 12, but it makes it about 8-ish thousand, not 1,000, but 800 mass per player. I mean, it's worth writing home about somewhat, but it's not the end-all be-all. It's some. It's better than none, as I always say, but I would like to see at least 1,000 at a minimum, but not every map can have that. To the map generator gods or whoever ends up clicking on like, oh, that one looks good, we'll play that one kind of thing. Taking a look at where the major clumpage of mexes are on the map, kind of thin on that amount as well. We have 2 quad mex positions, 1 on the north and 1 on the south. 2 twins in the middle on the upper plateau, surrounded pretty much all by water. A little bit of sand right there. We do see Team 1's naturally going for a distance builder to grab that upper plateau. And we have a couple of other clumpage of mexes. Not really. I mean, obviously besides the main base mexes, there's some one-offs dotted around the main players' main bases. But besides that, I mean, there's really not a whole lot of either reclaim or mexes, which mean players are going to be strapped for cash. They're going to have to go heavy reclaim as much as possible in terms of what their opponents and themselves produce, as well as going for the artificial eco of the RAS, of the, well, both on board their com and on board SSU, and of course the mass FAF T2 and T3 variety. Let's take a look at where our players are headed off to in this game. We do see movement outbound from a lot of players in the game. I think everybody besides looks like maybe one for Team 1 has left their main bases. We have 2 players in the north moving at least in the eastward direction. It does look like there's a Team 1 frigate harassing Momo right now, trying to establish his own naval facility. He does have some hover tech or wars inbound from his teammate, and he'll probably go for some Zui to get the hover as well. We do see his teammate of MSG is moving into the middle, grabbing that quad mech position in the north. Gun started for naturally on Team 1 side of the map next to his distance build. Maybe he'll try to walk around. Maybe he won't. We do see that Team 2's for Kotia is pushing into the naval facility. We could see a possible reclaim situation going down. That's exactly what's happening. We have Momo trying to repair, but it's reclaiming faster than he can repair, which is unfortunate, which means that naval facility will be denied. Other players on Team 2 for the northern side, we see Weed Whacker pushing in. Looks like he's going northward, and we see Dead 6 going straight west. T2 Air already online for Weed Whacker. In the south side of the map for Team 1, we have, again, that one player for Team 1 not leaving the main base, a Broken Bicycle, going for a T2 air facility, probably soon T3. Really wants to get that air tech online sooner rather than later. And further south of him, we have gun upgrade started in the south for a Chap. But north of that position is Big E for T2. So 2 players for Team 1 on the land situation. Seal Force and his Cyber teammate of Jim Jack J, both going for gun upgrades. Jim Jack J will finish soon, but it is 2v2. 1 gun upgrade for Team 1, 2 for Team 2. So for firepower on board the comms, it does favor Team 2. T2 being built on Supreme AJ. Actually, he hasn't left his main base as well. So same position on both sides of the map. Have not left their bases. We'll see. Oh, yeah, is that the same position? I mean, it's latitude-wise, it's the same, but it's not the exact same position. It's close enough. We do see Stealth also now started for Jim Jack J. Gun started in the north for Dead 6. Gun started for MSG. He's actually advanced. He already has the sensor package online, and this is what he can see so far. Team 1 has 3 Aeon players, so possibly 3 sensor package upgrades could be deployed by Team 1. We'll see if all of the Aeons do that. I know Broken Bicycle's in his base, so probably not. And then the other Aeon for Team 1 is Chap. He's down here maybe. He's going for an upgrade now, and I think he was going for range first. And then he'll probably go for maybe speed. He might go for sensor. We'll just see what he ends up doing there. In terms of Combi-Com action, we haven't had anything just yet. At least that I have noticed. Forcotia has taken some damage, maybe from some subs from Team 1. I don't know. We don't see any damage on Momo. We don't see any damage on Naturally, so probably not. But he has taken some damage from something from Team 1. Maybe some Zui came and said hi. Who knows? Somebody in the comments probably has some comment if it did actually happen about it. I can't catch everything, and that's one of the reasons why I took somebody's idea. I can't remember their name off the top of my head right now about adding the little death cam in the northeastern side of the screen there. The Kiss of Death Cam is what somebody nicknamed it as, and I just liked it and took that idea. Oh, and we'll note that the drawing is not done, at least in this one, by the Alt button. It's done by the right click, so I might do that by accident. So apologies ahead of time. We do see that Team 1's Naturally is pushing in. Combi-Com action has occurred, at least in terms of the caster size between MSG and Dead 6. MSG is dropping into the mid-ish yellow department now. Dead 6 still pushing in with the gun comm. It's advanced range, so Team 1 has the range advantage, while Team 2 has the speed advantage on board. We do see that Naturally is being pushed back. We do see Volkotia has T2 Navy online, and Weed Whacker's nearby to assist. No upgrades on board his comm. It looks like Dead 6 will be shoot away. MSG did fall below 2,000. Has to be very careful it doesn't get sniped by a Strat Bomber by Team 2. It is 9 minutes. It's possible to get a T3 air facility online pretty close to now, especially with Team 2's Eastern. Looks like it's going for Corsairs. Possible snipe on MSG is inbound. We do see 1 Corsair already stacking up. You need at least 3 or 4 to really make it worth it. If Team 1's comm of MSG, for example, sees it coming, he'll try to dodge out of the way. So it's not as effective as it could be in some instances, so it's a lot better to just have a little bit more stuff just in case. Dead 6 has a veterancy on board, and MSG falling below 1,300. He's going to drop below 1,000 now. 600 hit points remain, and neither player wanting to get the kill just yet. There are some bombers inbound to thin out those numbers even more. Dead Six throwing everything in the kitchen sink at this. He might grab this from these T1 bombers. Will he grab it? Yes, he will. And there he is. He didn't want to get the kill with his comm just in case there was blowback on him. So nice grab there by Team 2. Drops the game to a 6v5. Wave of Destroyer shooting at the comm of Naturally. Not looking good for him. He drops into the mid-ish yellows. Gun is down for Kotia's comm. And he might be going after a Cybrin on Team 1 side of the map. We do see in the south, Team 2, Steel Force is pushed back. Chap, he did go for speed and range, so possible Aeon Sniper Commander. And Bicycle coming in to assist. There are 3 players now on Team 1 side of the map, on the southern side, at least on the front line. Still no movement out from AJ. Looks like he's ecoing. He's at 85 mass a second. He is producing the most mass almost in the game. But we will see about that. And I will note that, is this one of those games where you can still use your forces even though you're dead? Because the MSG's name did not vanish on the scoreboard, at least go to, the gray color, kind of unhighlighted. So it looks like maybe he's still playing. And he still has his forces under his control. And in the south, just below that position, Focotia walks down. Team 1's Naturally Asprid. Still don't know if I'm saying his name right. And there goes his comm. It's now a 6v4, still in favor of Team 2. And his stuff doesn't transfer over either. So, yeah, it looks like that is kind of what's happening, is the players are still in the game even if their comm dies. I have casted the game. It's been a long time since I've done that. You can do that. So it's just the setting of the game where you can still micro your forces even, if you've lost your comm. We do see a Corsair little run by inbound from Team 2's Weed Whacker. Looks like he went after this position to the north. It doesn't look like he really killed anything off. And Corsair's coming after P-Gens, just trying to do some damage to Team 1's power grid there, at least for Broken. Now repair started for Kotia in the north. In the south, Bicycle assisting Biggie. We do see some TAC missiles coming online for Biggie as well. Cruiser missiles online for Team 2's Supreme AJ. So a second T2 naval headquarters is online for Team 2. Both of the UEF players decided to go into Navy. And now we see that Navy moving into the north, wiping out a couple of mixes for Team 1 on the shoreline there. We have in the north, Momo still pushing back. Team 2's not completely won this territory yet. And given the fact that the bases aren't being transferred over to somebody else, means that, at least for now, no one's going to get double or triple base at this point. So that eco will be evenly distributed for the most part for the time being. Team 2, 400 mass per second. Team 1, 420. Just Blaze. So there's about... oh, no, the number... Looks like Team 2 is actually in the lead, probably power outage. So, again, back and forth. I'd say about 25 or 30 mass ahead for either team. So nothing really crazy one way or the other. TAC missile inbound. Team D is there. It is Cybrin, so some damage will kill off that Team 1 mech. If it was a T2, it wouldn't have died. But because it is a Team 1, it does not take that much damage to kill that thing off. We do see nano repair starting in the south for Seal Force. And even though I said it's a 6v4, everybody's still in the game, so it's not like somebody is completely eliminated, which it's kind of more of the bar aspect where you could essentially kill off your commander and actually reclaim it and get some metal, I think is what the mass is called in that game. I think I'm right. It's been a while since I've watched a bar game. That is the strategy, and you can resurrect your commander, which is pretty interesting. If you die, you can try to grab your commander back before it gets reclaimed essentially by either yourself or your teammates or your opponents. So I think that's a cool feature. But anyway, T2 mech's almost assassinated by that mass assassination attempt on that from that TML from Team 1. So that mech lives on just for a little bit longer. It still gets that 6 max a second for its commander of Jim Jack J. And still pushing in for Team 2. Looks like they're falling back at least a little bit in the south. Strap Bomber online for Team 1's Broken, and it is intercepted by a host of interceptors from Team 2. Don't know how much damage it actually did. I think that's Team 1's mechs. There is a mech's dead here. And that's it. Maybe. Oh, yeah. It looks like this one dropped some bombs here. Killed off some couple of mexes over there. So some mexes were killed off. It looks like another couple of sets of mexes were killed for Supreme Mages. So it looks like it did do some work. Team 1's eco now heavily in the lead, about 100 mass in their favor. So yeah, definitely had some work for it. T2 land facility in the middle of the map. Don't know what they're going to do with it, but they're going to do something. And it does not look like Navy can bypass this middle section here. So essentially, Southern Navy is stuck, and Northern Navy is stuck. There's no transfer of units one way or the other that way. We do see Focotia on the front line. A couple of Nathas over top trying to just wipe out his hit points. And Team 1 engineers are going to be denied the PD spam that's trying to be built. A couple of T2 miasma artillery emplacements being built by Team 1 to try to deny this mass of naval units building up. We see some Viper, actually not Vipers, but T2 Seraphim missile launchers trying to rip those destroyers apart. Focotia again underneath some Ilshi fire. Does have his destroyers to fall back to. He does have nano and gun on board and is at 3-star vet, so he's not really in any danger of dying right now. But I say that, and then I'll zoom away, go look at something else, and then he'll die. So by me saying that, hopefully his hit points don't drop to 0 before I look away for 30 seconds and then come back kind of thing. But he is dropping into the yellow, but he should be back up in the green here shortly. He's at 68 hit points a second regen. In the south, we have a heavy shield being built on Chapscom. He does have regular speed, not regular speed, but regular range and speed. So Neon Sniper Commander, not yet, but he is going for at least tanky mini sniper so far. We do see another strap bomber inbound from Team 1's Broken Bicycle, kills off another mech for Team 2. And it doesn't look like there's not a lot of AA. We do see a cruiser falling back to deal with the bomber. Bomber has already taken some damage. The bomber will be eliminated. So a little bit of air for Team 1 does get denied. Transport inbound from Chap, dropping off engineers. Looks like he's moving to somewhere in the water. Probably go for, looks like Team 1. I don't even know what he's doing over there. Doesn't look like he has any orders yet. We have cruisers and destroyers in the southern pond for Team 2, just bombing this position. We have Seal Force pushing him with his commander. He has stealth and nano online. So Team 1 just can't see him. There's no Omni on the front line in the south for Team 1. Possible Omni sensor here, maybe. But for right now, it's not online. It is 17 minutes, so Omni should be making an appearance shortly, but for right now, it's not. Sensor package now started for Broken Bicycle, so number 2 of the sensor package upgrades has been seen. We just need to see Chap go for his, and that'd be all 3 Aeons to go for some sort of sensor package upgrade. Team 1 already lost 1 Aeon. There's 2 remaining. Again, it is a little weird that the names aren't grayed out, so I'm just trying to continuously remind myself that, okay, both MSG and Naturally have lost their comms, but they're still in the game. And it's not a normal game, so I have to keep reminding myself of that. Looks like some Torp launches were trying to be spammed up by Team 1's Chap. It was a lovely attempt because they got 1 unit dead, but it doesn't look like they'll get all of them. Assisted by the frigate. That destroyer just ripped that thing apart. Attack missile started from Momo. He's almost done with that. And Dead 6 pushing in, going into the remnants of this position. Still being held by Team 1's MSG, but I don't think it'll be held for much longer. Focotia just continuously pushing with his commander. I'm kind of surprised Team 1 didn't send some strap bombers to try to wipe him out. He does have some nice little bulwarks, some cruisers. He does have a lot of support nearby, and he has facilities right next door for engineer spam to assist with other construction. We do see a couple of TAC missiles here for Weed Whacker. They're not assisted by a whole lot, just 1 hive, but, you know, there's something there. It's not looking good on this northern side for Team 1. And again, 2 of the 3 players' comms are dead, but not the players themselves are out of the game just yet. In the south, we have a counterattack inbound from Chap. He's not leading with his commander. He's leading with his mainly shielded force. I think every unit almost has a shield on board. It's either the Obsidian T2 heavy tank that has 1,250 shield hit points capacity. Then we have the Asylum at 3,000 bubble shield, and then of course the personal Harbinger shield at 1,000. Couple of bricks coming in to assist, but they're moving away from the forces, so Mexes will go down. Team 1 still in the lead in terms of income, and it looks like a death to the north. Apologies for missing it. Focotia is eliminated by Team 1. Still weird that its name isn't popping up or anything, so I missed that. Apologies for that. Will of course see that on screen, but I missed it, so sorry about that. Attack missile probably was the cause of the death, at least assisted by some forces on the ground, some PD as well. So it looks like that was the death of Forcotia. It is now a 5v4 in favor for Team 2 still, but it is a 1-player, at least 1 comm lead versus a 2 comm lead. T3 started on board Broken Bicycles comm in the south, and nothing too crazy yet. Everybody's still in the game. Everybody still has some forces or facilities online. There is a sniper to the north, and now Dead 6 is eliminated from the game. Looks like another tac missile snipe by Momo, it looks like. So a second kill by Team 1's Momo Uchiha. That's a double kill for him, and it's now a 4v4 title game. Everybody who has died in the north, so the percentage chance that somebody dies in the south will be higher now, but I will probably still miss it. Something happening in the north, of course, because that's just how the way that it goes. We do see some torp bombers inbound going after a couple of cruisers. Bombers will get some sort of damage done, but not a whole lot. You can still win by killing all ACUs, but yes, assassination is better in terms of Dead 6. Yeah, it says assassination is better than supremacy. There's Broken Bicycle. There's benefits to both. Dual Gap is a good example of an assassination game. You kill the player off, you kill off all their stuff, so the other team has to, again, kind of regroup, cannibalize, and go from there. The downside with that is you can really steamroll, so you can have essentially maybe 2 players die one after the other, and the other team, let's say for Team 2, for example, just steamrolls Team 1. So there is the downside to that of just losing so much infrastructure that there's no way to come back. So there's a benefit to both in terms of and that's mainly specifically about once you kill off the comms, that kind of thing, versus it's more partial share, full share, no share, share until death, kind of more modifiers to the game sort of thing. So there is that. Nonetheless, we do see, looks like a regular missile inbound. It looks like a regular missile plus all the cruiser missiles. The facility for Naturally is not looking good. Looks like they really want that T3 land headquarters. There's still some TMD here, but a lot of the missiles are landing on the ground. The Monkey is going to finish, but at a bare minimum, that facility will be eliminated here shortly. There's no... Oh, there's the pop-up. I was going to say, there's no pop-ups. What's going on with that? And it's just took a second to initialize and activate and whatnot. Laser started on board. Jim Jack's A's comm. It's been paused for right now, but he has 17% of that done. In the south, we still have Weed Whacker and Momo running around, both doing tac missiles, both doing it in different ways. One stationary, one mobile. And we do see a tac missile inbound from Momo. It's going to hit, I assume, the TMLs. It's going to hit 2 of the 3 of them, kills off the Hive. And I feel like some TMDs should definitely have been built there by Weed Whacker. It looks like he's going to move just in case the missile was going for him. And that last TML should be dealt with here shortly. It looks like the naval force is being eliminated by Team 1's defenses on the ground. And that Monkey Lord saying, go away. Shoo, go away. Cruisers being dealt with by the long-range weapons on board. The Monkey Lord don't really see a lot of damage with those, but they do have their uses nonetheless. Laser has been restarted. T3 still going on the way here for Broken Bicycle. And we have in the south Seal Force dropping into the yellow. Not looking too hot. Chap at full HP. 36,000 hit points. 25,000 from the shield capacity. And 11,000 due to his comms base hit points. 23 minutes, 23 seconds on the clock. Team 1 has 4 players left in terms of comms. I should say 4 comms left. Team 2 has 4 comms as well. But everybody's still in the game. 23.5 minutes in. And eco situation is favoring Team 2, 1,000 to 750, so 250 mass in Team 2's favor at 23.5 minutes. That is a decent eco, but again, the map kind of forces our players to go other routes for eco, either that be, you know, ARAS upgrades or regular RAS upgrades or SACUs or, you know, mass fabs. It's just the map doesn't offer a lot of financial incentive to really just expand, which, you know, there's still some mixes, but there's not as much as I'd love to see. T3 now going to be finished here shortly for Broken Bicycle. Looks like he's going for facilities really close to him. Looks like they're T1s for now. Maybe he'll upgrade to T2 or something. Maybe going to get some engineer support for some push down here. We do see a little bit of push inbound from Biggie. And there is a GC online in the south. No experimentals yet that I've noticed for either of the Cypern players in the south. UEF of Supreme AJ going for Fat Boy, so that's about half done for him. We see some T2 Torp Bombers inbound from Team 2 going for the Monkey Lord. Monkey Lord does have Torp Defense on board. No, doesn't have Torp Defense, has Torpedoes on board. So I think it's going to die pretty soon. Team 1 Torp Launcher is being built to try to prevent the Monkey Lord from getting out of the water, to prevent the destruction of the naval facility that's now at T3. Cooper is being spammed up as quickly as possible. The Monkey Lord dropping tons of hit points now, dropping into the lowish yellow, soon to be in the red. There's the laser activating. It's going to be a little bit of time. Does Team 2 have enough? T2 Renegades. The facility is down, so no Summits and no Neptunes and no Aces for Team 2 for right now. And the Monkey Lord gets a little bit of vet to save himself for a little bit of time. T2 P-Gens being deleted. Another entry does get earned for the Monkey Lord. I don't think he's going to get to 3 stars, unfortunately, for Team 1. But hey, it did a lot of damage. Actually, no, scratch that. The caster was lying, or he was falsely informed. Another veterancy for that Monkey Lord. He's at 4 now. This guy's climbing the ranks. He's going to be a 5-star Monkey Lord here shortly, but I don't think there's enough around him to save him. Team 1 Jesters looks like it's just T2 Renegades. Another T3 mix is almost dead, but 4 mexes plus some P-Gens plus the T3 Naval Headquarters is brutal for Team 2, and Fokotio drops to 2-digit mass income at 85. Is that power related? I would assume that's power related. Ooh, yeah, that's power related. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. GC down in the middle, being stopped by a little bit of a brick wall from Team 2. And that Galactic Colossus is losing hit points, but the GC is cutting through the brick wall. We do have chat moving in. Laser is done. Cloaking being built on board Jim Jack J's comm. He's actually going to cancel that upgrade. Don't know if he's going to... Actually, he is going to push in, and it might be enough. The bricks have done most of the damage to the GC's hit points. Drop them into the red. We do see gunships inbound from Weed Whacker to assist, and the GC will probably be felled by these bricks. There's not a lot of them remaining, but there goes the GC. It's on Team 2's side of the map. We have T2 Renegades inbound, so Team 1 Chef has to watch out, and we have bricks inbound. He does have overcharge and 25,000 shield capacity hit points, as well as the 14,000 on board his comms hull plating, but I don't think he's getting out of there. And he's going to just sit in the middle of the bricks to do as much damage as possible and do a little bit of damage to the reclaim. And there he goes. His comm is gone. He's still in the game, however, at 27 minutes. It is now 4 comms left for Team 2 versus 3 comms for Team 1 remaining. And it's still really weird to say that because usually I'm used to saying players. So I will probably still say that, but I'm trying to force myself to remember that it's comms. It's not players. So there is that to consider. Fatboy doesn't even get a chance to fire at anything yet, but I would assume that this facility to the north is going to be its first target. 27 minutes on the clock. Team 2 again at 4 comms left. Team 1 at 3. We have Momo, and we have the other 2 players on the south for Team 1, Biggie and Broken. They're kind of knit together here. Not the best idea. You might want to space that out a little bit, because if both of these players die down here, it only leaves Momo. If you kill Momo off in this example, that's it. Team 2 wins. We have 2 players in the south for Team 2. We have 1 in the north and then 1 kind of in the middle. So they're a little bit more spread out. These ones aren't that close to one another, which is good to see. But Jim Jack J being that far forward without cloaking on board, not super great. Omni should be online shortly in the south if it isn't already, which it doesn't look like it is. So that's a little bit unfortunate. If he did go for cloaking, Team 1, unless they had a spy plane or other Omni sensor unit nearby, they wouldn't be able to see him unless they try to ground fire him where they think where his feet and the lasers are firing and whatnot. We still have cruiser missile spam from Team 2 in both ponds. T2 Navy back online, going for T3. And Summits, they will do some work. Looks like a lot of P-Gens, so that's not really that much of worry there for Team 2. But taking out the T3 air headquarters in the north for Momo would be nice. Making sure they wipe out the T3 land headquarters for MSG. They could that's a little far. You'd have to have T3 Navy down here to maybe hit the at least portion of the air grid for Broken. We haven't seen a lot of air for either team. We see a lot of T3 facilities online, but not a lot of total ASFs. think that's partly due to the map just not having that many economic options, at least earlier. We are starting to see stacking up a little bit for Bicycle. He's sitting at 46 in Team 2. I think it was... was it CO Force build? No, CO Force wouldn't be building them. Who was building them for Team 2? I think there possibly was an airfight. We see some ASFs online for Dead 6 in the north. He has 7. But I feel like there's a little bit more online for Team 2. Looks like they had to... Oh, no, they're in the middle of the map, and I'm just blind as a bat. Another 25. So Team 1 barely in the lead, but not by much. We do see in the north the Zooey spam doing very well at dealing with the Team 1 frigates that are just stacking up and waiting for some salute or parade to go to. We have Team D over here to the west. They're dealing with the missiles quite nicely and backups as well. Love to see that, and sharing of tech. They grab groups of missiles, and then whatever ones aren't grabbed can be try to be zapped by the zappers behind them. PD is being pointed out by MSG, so we still have conversations in chat. Possibly it's mainly on comms, which I see some of that, but some of it, of course, is in all chat, which would make sense. We do have bricks inbound from Dead 6, maybe from the water, maybe transport, most likely water. And ASF's over the top guard them a little bit. ASF's going to engage from Weed Whacker, not the best engagement point for Team 2. They thought they could get in behind him. It is going to be Gemini versus the... what are these? Oh, the Coronas. I was going to say the Wasps. Those are the UEF variety. And the numbers are thinned out a little bit for Team 1, but they still hold the numbers totally in terms of course, total ASFs still online. He's currently sitting at 30. Well, that's still some. P-Gen's going down. That is not the play I wanted to grab. I wanted to grab Observer. T3 Air Headquarters is going to be eliminated, so nice grab there by Team 2's Dead 6. Wipes out T3 Tech for Momo, at least for now. We do see T3 still online for MSG, but there's a GC nearby, and I don't think those bricks want to go anywhere near that. And 31 minutes on the clock. Eco situation at 1.8 for Team 2, 1.3 for Team 1. Not looking good for Team 1 economically. And in terms of map control, definitely favors Team 2. Especially in the middle of the map, but again, there's a little bit of no man's land to the north and the south, but generally it's favoring Team 2. Let me know down in the comments who you think is going to currently win this game. Of course, if you haven't done so already, because why not at this point, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and thank you for submitting replays. I know not everyone gets casted in terms of the replay that are sent to me, but thank you so much. It gives me a nice pool to work with. So thank you. I really do appreciate it. And again, if you have a replay, submit it to me. Maybe it gets casted, maybe it doesn't, but hey, at least it gets looked at least in some degree. So thank you so much for submitting. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for everyone who watches, subscribes, comments, all of that. I appreciate everything. Even for those that super thanks and all that stuff, I do not ask for monetary donations. So for those that do that, thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. Just in general, I appreciate everyone. So thank you. Let's get back on to the action with me not going on a tangent. We have some engineers dropped off by Team 2's Prokotia, going for Team 1 AA. Looks like he was trying to airlock Team 1 by building AA next to the air facility. Now, the engineers are killed off now, so that's a little unfortunate. But lovely attempt. Does kill off a couple of restorers, does damage several others as well. It wasn't T2 flak, which probably would have been better to deal with that. Crab being built on the western edge of the map just to protect it. Love to see that. An experimental online for Bicycle. Don't see that anywhere. Looks like, oh, he just built it. Just in time for the bricks to come say hi, and the GC goes hi, and the bricks go, oh no. 2 GCs in the south for Chap. MSG finishes his experimental. Another GC, that's number 2 online. And then T3 Pigeons being rebuilt. Looks like T2 Pigeons as well. Sorry, Shields being built for Momo's comm. And Team 2 on the land situation. Not terrible. We do see a possible ambush attempt maybe by Team 1's GC, but there's 2 of them trying to catch up to that fat boy, which I don't think it's going to be worth it. Once that crab comes into range, it's just not going to be a fun day for that one-eyed monster for Team 1. We do see another fat boy online for Team 2's middle player of AJ's going north. Maybe going to crack this position up here. T3 Navy online once again and producing some summits. And we can actually see the exact range of them. They can hit this base here. And they can, if they sit as close to the shore as they can probably hit that T2 land headquarters right there. And that's probably as far as they can go. This target's going to be great for Team 2, locking Team 3 land out for Northern. Team 1 definitely going to be good there. Again, the Omni would be a good choice also for taking out. There are targets that the Summit are going to be very nice for going after, but for now, they're just slow approaching it, which is exactly what they should do, because there's artillery, PD, GC that they definitely don't want to go anywhere nearby. Being a GCs, one of them down. Second one is about to go down here shortly. Crab assisting. Fat Boy just hit for thousands and thousands of damage. GC transferred over to Biggie. That's going to be the third one dead. It's going to just come say hi, and it's like, oh, yeah, no, okay, never mind. Never mind. We're not going that way no more. Nope. They're good. We have a couple of air scouting going down for Team 1. Another crab being built in the northeast. And Disruptor coming online for Team 2's Weed Whacker. So T3 artillery has been started. That kind of looked like that for Supreme AJ, but he's going for mass fabs. Another set of pigeons for backup storage. Love to see that. Not backup storage, but backup mass and power income. Definitely needs a shield or 8, especially in the middle right there. Nice T3 pigeon, T3 shield would be nice right there. Nuke online for him. So we have artillery for Team 2's more northern player of Weed Whacker, and then AJ, we have a nuke. Team 1, any big ticket items, more air grid in the south. SMD, looks like maybe they're known about the nuke. The SMD is about loaded, so that base will not be denied by Team 2, and it looks like that's pretty much about it. We'll see if Team 1 actually knows about it, which they do. They have an eye on it, so they're aware of it. Fat Boy and Megalith pushing in. Both of the comms go, let's get out of there. And that crab's going to be perfectly fine. The GC will delay it just a tiny smidgen of time, probably be enough for at least one of the players to vacate, but unfortunately they can't go into the Navy. I mean, they probably could, but not the best idea considering Team 2's held up for essentially the entire game. T3 Navy also online for AJ. He has his own summits online. We have Restorers inbound, not a lot of flak nearby. And hopefully the Fat Boy, which it's not doing what I thought it was doing, building flak on its back to assist. We have a second Megalith inbound, more Restorers inbound. This will help out, takes out some of the ASFs that are coming in to reinforce this position. Team 1, where your ASFs, there they are. Looks like a possible air fight happened that I missed again. Oh no, they're right here. They're inbound. Restorers are being driven away. The ASFs from Team 1's air player, a Broken Bicycle, are inbound. And it looks like there's also more Restorers online for chat. Both of the comms get away, but the base is gone. Team 2 has now claimed the middle of the map in the south. In the north, that base is still there, and there's a GC guarding it now. Team 2 just cannot get close. The eco is really starting to show its worth for Team 2. 1.9, almost 2K versus Team 1's 1.5. Map control is definitely being driven by the eco for Team 2. We have 2 megas in the north, 2 megas in the south. Fat Boy in the north and the south, and another mega online. Nuke is half loaded, and artillery is almost out of the red, almost in the yellow. So it's working its way there to 25%. RAS being built on board these SACUs. For more eco, we have Forcotia now building another experimental. I would assume it's a Moncular, not a Fat Boy. Tons of hives. Looks like he's building more mass just to really scale that eco. We have lots of Restorers running around, and a Donut is going to soon come online. They do have air control, especially with the Restorers. Team 2 does have 2 air players pumping out ASFs. Team 1, it's mainly gunships down here and a little bit of ASFs for Broken Bicycle. And those experimentals are moving southward, and we have the everything moving in to cover it. There's not a lot of AA here, which I feel like is just a missed opportunity. Reclaim engineers going heavy, the everywhere. Team 2, 171,000 versus Team 1's 100,000. So a decent percentage in favor for Team 2. Restorers are inbound. Looks like they're trying to skate on the edge of the map. ASFs from AJ are right here to intercept. We have ASFs that could be brought in from Weed Whacker, and actually ASFs to the north from Dead 6 to possibly assist. And again, these are spotted by Team 2. They know that they're there. We have bouncers being built. We have Seal Force underneath some shielding. And those gunships are dead. They didn't really have a chance. ASFs are just going to go for it. Oh, nope. That's probably not a good idea. Some of them just get wiped out before they can fire off a volley. And there goes all the ASFs for Supreme Mage. They tried to delay as best he can. We have ASFs inbound from both Dead 6 and from Weed Whacker. He sent all of his air units in to assist. AA needs to be built immediately, which it is. Team 1 being spammed. We have T3 being spammed. Probably T2 would probably be a little bit better. T3 mexers are being assassinated by this group of restorers. And they will drop Team 2's eco by a decent margin because of this. The question is, was it worth it? We have the Megas now taking out another Megalith for Team 1, and that front line is not looking great. There's still stuff there. Pausing going down. Seal Force saying, why is my game so laggy? Looks like there was drawings going down about a question mark. Maybe about Supreme Mage. He has a nuke, and it's online. It's loaded. It's ready to fire. Just hasn't done so yet. Megalith crossing the pond to the north, wiping out this base for Naturally. And 2 Megas stacking up, waiting to engage. Monkey Lord also in that mix for Kotia. We have T2 mexes. We have everything being eliminated here. It's all focused on the eco. We have some flak also mixed in there. There's mainly restores, but there are some ASFs remaining. And we have more AA being built by Seal Force. He has Laser and Nano online. Looks like the restorers are going to try to go along the edge of the map. Nuke is outbound. It's going for the air grid. SMD was already loaded a while ago, so that's not going to land for Team 2. Lovely attempt, but just is not going to land. Megalith back in the water. Not a lot of AA in this mix for Team 2's fleet, and that's going to be unfortunate because that transport gets shot down by the anti-air missiles from the gunships. So there's the AA for you. Restorers trying to skate on by. And there's been more AA deployed in the interim when they moved in and then are now retreating. So lovely retreat by Team 1. They're not going to get everybody out. They're going to get some of them out, though. So they did do a large number of damage to mexes for both the Southern Cybern players. But Eco still favors Team 2. Share, cap with that. Restrictions none. Oh, yeah, you get a list of all the UI mods that I have on my... Oh, that's cool. I didn't know it did that. And then game ranking off. Anyway, looking at icons on the bottom of the scoreboard there. Team 2 pushing in the north. We have Megalith, Monkey Lord, and Fat Boy pushing against the GC. I think I said Fat Boy. I think I said something else. Megalith, Monkey Lord, Fat Boy, yep. We have T2 Yenzin inbound. That's not going to work against the Monkey Lord. And 2 crabs to the north. GC is like, I can't. There's too much stuff going on. I need to make a decision about where I go. Attack missiles being built by Momo. And it's not looking too good for the northern team. The artillery is done for MSG. And it's firing on the nuke. Supreme AJ getting more shields online. Trying to load a second one as quickly as possible. T3 artillery pointed out by Dead 6. T3 artillery is half done for Weed Whacker. And Team 2 needs to push immediately. The longer that thing is online, the worse it'll get for at least some players for Team 2. We have Donut online. Crabs are not super vulnerable to AA now. There's been more bouncers and whatnot been deployed over here, but there's a lot of firepower from the air. And I would assume they're targeting all of the AA first. That would be the best optimal play there. We have flak being built. We have SACUs running around building AA emplacements as fast as humanly possible or cyborgly possible. And in the north, the incursion is going to happen. The Fat Boy is dead. No, it's right there. It's just underneath the water. The Donut about to lose its shielding, but still alive. One of the crabs hasn't taken a lot of damage yet. That's, I think, a dead crab. Maybe that's a dead crab from Team 2, but maybe, I don't know. There's still a lot of AA still kind of peppered around the southern side for Team 2's Seal Force. We have ASFs inbound. They're going to target the Donut first. That is the smart play. Looks like one crab is down, and the ASFs don't engage. They drive away the Tsar, and that's just going to allow Team 2 to build more AA in the interim. So, I don't know. I don't know how useful that's going to be. In the north, Megalith assaulting GC positions, and then we have Monkey and Crab and Fat Boy. Missiles inbound for, I would assume, the Fat Boy, but they miss or something. And that artillery piece is going to be the target. Megalith is down, but the last of the GCs has been dealt with. Now, it just took a second. Monkey Lord's going to full send it, and that's the best thing to do with the Monkey Lord. Just don't stop moving with it. And shielding is down, and that's going to be the end of the artillery placement. Is the nuke alive? Yes, it is. Is the artillery alive? Yes, it is. It's not done yet, but it's still alive. Northern side's not looking good for MSG or Momo. And there goes the P-Gens. There goes a little bit of Cascade. Actually, no volatile, no Cascade. Monkey Lord firing at something else, not the P-Gens that are right there. And Momo is here. I don't think he's going to get out of here. No nuke outbound yet. The nuke is... oh, it's still shielded, so this last shot or two won't be enough to kill it off. We have a stack of Restorers coming into assist the Donut. We have AA moving in along the shoreline, trying to just snipe barely at that Tsar. Missiles inbound. They missed their target. Lovely attempt, though, by Momo. He has to get out of there, but I don't think he's going to make a run for it. He probably could have, but he's going to stand there and try to defend to the last man. Last missile. Missiles inbound. Did he time it right? Yes, but because of the crab, the AoE, it's not enough to hit the crab, and Momo is not being hit by the crab. Looks like it's focusing on the TMLs. Overcharge hits the crab. The Monkey Lord, all it has to do is divert its focus to the comm, and that'll be the end of that. We have a nuke inbound from Team 2, and the Donut is dead, and the comm of Momo still not targeted, and explosion happens somewhere. Looks like Control K for somebody, maybe. There comes the nuke. There goes the comm kill. All the explosions happened, and it looks like everything transferred over to naturally. It looks like everybody except Biggie is dead, at least their comms. Chap looks like he's the one that Control K'd. Everything transferred over to MSG, except for the stuff for Biggie. 44 minutes almost on the clock, and that's probably going to be the end of the game right there, just thinning out whatever's left in the north for Team 1. And it's a push on the southwestern corner. Nothing else is here. And he's doing something back here. Don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something. It is a little bit confusing when you have players Control K and whatnot. Well, this one, at least for Chap, and he doesn't disappear off the scoreboard. And I think at this point, that'll be the end of the game. I'll speed things up just a little bit to get to the very end of it. But the collapse in the north is done. Once that happened, I mean, the south was kind of collapsing already. And I just think Team 1 just got out-ecoed and out-produced and out-everything. They got an artillery online first, but, I mean, not always the case in who wins, who builds the artillery or the nuke or the whatever first or the game ender. There goes the GC that was trying to be built. 3 crabs down here and more on the way. There goes Team 1's remainder comm. Looks like it was a Control K, and that's a a win for Team 2. And then everybody disappears on the scoreboard. Not actually everybody who's alive, or at least their comms, is actually there. It looks like only Fukotia is the only player there, at least in terms of the active list. We have Biggie, which would make sense. And then Chap is the one that Control K'd. Naturally, weird. Anyway, I don't know why it did that, but it did that. But anyway, let me know down in the comments who you felt deserves MVP for Team 2. I mean, I was going to say Fukotia earlier because he was really, really, really pushing on this northern side. And then obviously he was still in the game, to be fair. So it's kind of weird because even though the player died, the comm died, they still were doing stuff. So I do think going Navy early did set up Team 2 for success. In the north, the south, it wasn't as much of a big of a factor. I think maybe if Team 2 on the southern side went Navy more, it would have been more impactful. But the land is what really kept Team 2 alive in the south. So the Navy really was able to just hammer this position constantly. And, of course, the cruiser missiles coming in, wiping out as much as they could. We did have a nice counter by Team 1 in that regard. But I think it was just death by 1,000 cuts in a bunch of different degrees. And again, even if the North didn't fall, I mean, the 3 crabs, that was going to be enough to crash at least on some base, and that's only a matter of time. So it's hard because a lot of players did a lot of good things in this game. Let me know down in the comments if you have a pick, because I really don't. Again, a good mention, good honorable mention by Fracotia, just because of the naval, just full send it and call it a day. I just don't know if that's the end-all, be-all, though. Anyway, let me know down in the comments. I don't know who to pick. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's not. This is one of those games where it's not. Thank you so much for watching to the very end of the video, as always, and I will see all of you in the next one.